This week's reading was really amazing. It was an analysis of tech in education and the positives and the negatives, which was really nice. Instead of just naming all the positives, it was naming negatives also, which I appreciated. Here's my vlog about it. This text questioned the future, as well it looked at pieces from the past and talked at length about the present situation with technology and education. Digital learning is changing society in many ways. It changes how we learn, play, and socialize. In the past, the library gave readers access to knowledge, but now it is in the palm of one's hand. With this open access to knowledge, there comes many benefits as well as problems. One double-edged sword comes from the idea of free-flow thinking. Learning institutions want this to happen, but there are obstacles by corporations and the government as it comes to learning. There is some free-flow thinking websites with multiple and any contributor like Hashtag. It talked about it in the text. But then there becomes the issue with it, like, who is the authority when it comes to issues because anyone can contribute? Also, there are rules that people have to follow. Also, who funds this idea of free thinking? More so, who gets credit for the writing on websites like this? Who gets credit if there is a free flow of thinking and someone creates a new idea or concept? But then this social aspect of this type of collaboration instills people to want to contribute to the ideas. So the content is shared. It's not necessarily there's one person who created it. The debate that ensues is invigorating and mimics games that have become popular, like multi-mass online player games, because learners have a group that supports the same kind of ideas. The government supports the idea that one education that is similar will benefit everyone, but more and more students are dropping out because of this. Some students who drop out end up going to jail, and teachers who have to teach to a test, that one-size-fits-all education, and also teachers end up not liking their jobs and quitting as well. Then the test is funded by corporations who make the tests, the big corporations like Pearson and Harcourt and McGraw, and they end up making contracts with the government to dish out this one education fits all mentality when it clearly does not work in many aspects. Fortunately, there are pockets of innovative schools. There are some schools that have adopted a gaming theme to help students be more engaged in curriculum. Some districts also have included games in the classroom because of the educational value that they hold. Gaming offers many skills for the future, like computer and information literacy, database development, and management of knowledge networks, data analysis, and social interactions in an online environment. There are even schools that have smart cards, which I read about, super weird in this text, that track the calories consumed at school. I thought this was insane, but then again, I thought it was totally necessary considering the current health problems of America. The reading suggests that learning institutions need to do a better job at using the tool of the internet by not prioritizing the content, but the students and their environment, because students are continuing to learn from the internet without the help of learning institutions themselves. The learners can already learn what they want, when they want it, and it's in their pocket. So the institutions need to give a reason why a student would want to come to school. As they are learning everything from what's in their pocket, because that item is much more intriguing, and their interests are personalized, and it's what they choose to do, there comes into the question, who are these learners actually learning from? What authority do they have at teaching these students and these learners? Why should students, and because they're learning from these people, why should students trust a teacher when they can learn from the same stuff from the internet in a more fun way? If teachers and educators embrace the teachings of the internet, then this dilemma could be abated, but not gone because of the vast amounts of knowledge on sites like Wikipedia. Plus, The knowledge on Wikipedia or sites similar and transforms all the time. It is not stagnant knowledge from a teacher or a book. The open source culture allows for knowledge to grow, be debated, and also made into funny memes. The open source culture allows for knowledge. Furthermore, knowledge on the internet is social, whereas in some traditional classrooms, knowledge comes solely from an authority. Unfortunately, without an authority, some knowledge can be learned falsely. The reading suggests that there needs to be a fundamental change in society's educational system, but it is starting to already happen. With technology and education, there comes a cultural shift to a more global learning environment and a collective collaborative achievement of learning. Hopefully, the future will embrace this shift and understand and combat the pitfalls of this technological shift.